Hello everybody, my name is Patricia Munoz, and here I have a little quick Photoshop tutorial that I'll show you. And I have a photo of Danica, and she is a friend of mine and a model and an actress, very talented actress, and she modeled a couple of photos for me I guess about a year or so ago, I don't know. Anyway, this is a photo of her, and what I want to do in this particular tip is I want to enhance her eyes. Her eyes are, already pretty beautiful, but I think we can sort of bring a little bit more color into the eyes and sort of make them pop out just a little bit. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a few easy steps. So here I have my picture as a background, and I'm going to go ahead and select her eyes, and I'm going to make a new layer via copy. So there we go. Her eyes are now on a new layer. And this is mostly so I can show you before and after. You can work on the original layer if you want. I kind of like to work on separate layers. And so let's zoom into the one eye. And I'm going to show you the iris here. You can see there's a bit of a black banding on the edge of the iris, and that's common. And we want to enhance that a little bit. So we will use the burn tool. And it's already about the right size, and the exposure is not 100%. I toned it down a little bit, which is good too. We don't want it to be too intense, but we definitely want to help enhance that line. So here you go. I'm dragging with the burn tool over the edge of the iris. There we go. Just sort of making that line a little bit more, stand out a little bit more, and I'll do the same with the other eye, which is a little darker, as you can see. Um, so we'll bring the levels up on this eye a little bit in a bit. So I'd say that's good enough. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. Here I have the two eyes with these new sort of outlines. I think I'll enhance this a bit more. Doesn't have to, that's good enough. We're going to end up reducing the opacity on these once we've finished all the steps. So it'll end up blending in with this one, and so that's why I want them to be a little bit more intense here. So now that I've got the eyes sort of outlined, I think I'm going to go ahead and isolate this one eye, layer via cut, so that each eye is on their own layer. Now I'm going to be working on the dark eye. As you can see, this is a lot darker than this eye, and I want to really just sort of adjust the I think I'll bring Control U brings this dialog box up, and you see this thing called lightness. I'm just going to sort of tweak this a little bit so that it's a little brighter. Yes, I know everything else is getting brighter too, but I'm focusing just on the eye right now. Like that. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go Control L, and that'll do the levels. This is another way to do it. So I think this will work better. I'm going to go and slide this up. There we go. It's bringing it up a little more. There we go. It's a bit brighter. Let's go with that. I know everything else got a little adjusted. That's not a problem. You can use the eraser tool and just erase that out. But what I'm going to do is, I think what ended up happening is there was a little bit more, by adjusting the levels, sort of ramped up a bit of the saturation there, which is nice, but this is still a little desaturated, and that's a little bit more saturated. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'll use the mask tool. This is how I do it. You could use the eraser tool, just erase the outlines and leave the iris. I like to use masks. That way I can go and undo and repaint, bring things back, detail back, in case I need to later on. So this way I'm not really erasing the layer. I'm just kind of masking and telling Photoshop that the stuff that I'm painting over right now I don't want. So, again, it's a preference thing. The eraser tool is a faster way to do it. I like masks. So just bear with me. I'm going to paint out all this overexposed skin and around the pupil and iris. There we go. So paint around, just make sure it's not there anymore. Almost done. Almost done. There, that's going to make it easier to compare the two eyes. There, so let's take a look at the two. Yeah, it stands out a lot more. It's actually a lot brighter now. So we might even be able to enhance some of that black again. So I'll go back to the burn tool. Oh, I think is the shortcut. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and burn those edges there. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting closer. Much better. So at least this eye is not in the shadows anymore like it was before. So there we go. Now the eye's it's a lot brighter now, huh? So let's see if we can bring it down a bit. I wonder if this will help. Lighten this down. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Okay, so we really kind of tweaked it, the outlines there, but we didn't really give it that much oomph when it comes to saturation. So what we're going to do is actually hit the brush tool, and actually no, first let's zoom in all the way and go to the eyedropper tool and find sort of, she has green eyes-ish, so I'm just going to find sort of a green that sort of represents her eye generally. So I just clicked on one of the pixels, and here you can see saturation is enabled and it's at 26%, so it's low saturation. You can see all the colors are there's no vibrance there, so we're going to ramp that up. You can see the current is now a lot more blue, a lot more green. I'm going to slide it over to the yellow a little bit. That's good. I want it to be more vibrant, so I have it like pretty high. Okay, zoom out so you can see the iris. There we go. And now we're going to choose the brush tool, and we now have our new color that we've set up. I'm going to switch to color, and I'm going to paint in the iris. Oh, I did a mistake, and my mistake is not working on the right layer. This is the layer. I'm on color mode. Here we go. Click. There we go. That's better. So I didn't really do anything different except just choose the right layer. So I apologize for that little confusion there. Now we are on the same page, hopefully. So you can see by painting in color mode, I preserved all the detail, and I've made her eye super green. And this eye is on the side. Another layer. I'll keep the color and I'll go and paint this eye. Also now super green. So if you zoom out, you can see your eyes really stand out a lot. So if you turn off the layers, there's the before, there's the after. Probably a little supernatural. That's fine. We'll just select both layers in the layer window and then hit Control G. That groups them both together, and then slide the opacity down so that it's less intense. So 45, maybe 55. I want it to be a bit intense. So before, after, before, after. So before, you can see this one eye is quite in the shadows, and this eye is a little bit more exposed, less in the shadows, but both desaturated. In this new version, they're both more vibrant. There's a nice clear outline, and this is less in the shadows, stands out almost as equally as that. So zoom out, you can see your eyes are beautiful, stand out a whole lot more. You could do the same kind of technique with the lips, sort of enhance the lips using the color tool. Let me see if I can do it really quick and rough. Select the lips. There we go, layer via copy. So now we have a layer of just the lips. And then we'll go with the eyedropper tool, find a nice reddish pink there. Check the saturation. 70 is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Zoom out. Go to the color tool. The brush tool. Make sure our mode is on color, and we will paint away. See how we're sort of bringing that extra vibrance to the lips. Very nice. And you know what? I'm going to go a little bit over the edges. That's fine, because I will go ahead and create a mask. Brush, black, soft edge. and I'll mask out all this unwanted detail, including the edges here. And I really have a soft edge, which is important because it helps sort of soften, the edges, so it's less intense. So doing this really rough, you can, be a little bit more, uh, give it a bit more time and more attention to detail. Yes, good. So this might be a little bright, but I'm okay, happy with that. There we go. So if we turn her on, so this is before, after, before, after, and what was the thing? Oh yeah, bring the opacity down. There, so like 50. Now it's just a subtle sort of enhancement. Let's see what happens if we hit color. It's pretty subtle. Let's see if we could do color burn, color dodge. No. What about we go multiply? Ooh, we made it more intense. Mess around. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I don't know. You can mess around, so see what you do. Normal. You can see it's a little bit more intense. And if that's good for you, awesome. So there you go. Model without every change, and then model with the enhanced eyes and lips. That's how you do it. And if you want to see more Photoshop tutorials, please visit my website, www.pamunoz.com. I will have a few there. I'm trying to add more, so, if you like it, great. If you hate it, sorry. And share away if you want. And I'm going to end this now. So, bye-bye.